Hello and welcome back to We're Talking Tea. Tonight we'll be getting to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 9. And it is a continuation from last week with the fight. Well, not necessarily a fight, but them arguing. But before we get into it, let's talk about this drink of the night. This drink of the night is a green tea drink. I call it a green tea drink, but most people call it a shot. We have Jameson, peach schnapps, sweet and sour, lemonade, and a splash of Sprite. And it is delicious. So let's get into it. Portia and Kelly get into it. She tells Portia. Now at first it was Portia and K. Michelle having a conversation. Kelly inserted herself saying Portia done slept with every Nigerian in Atlanta. Of course, Portia not having that. So Portia was like, well, you just mad because I got my lick back. Talking about the tea when she invited K. Michelle over. She's like, you just mad because I got my lick back. But Kelly didn't have anything to say in that moment. Like, this has nothing to do with you. This was them having a conversation and you inserted yourself. Then we go back to K. Michelle, constantly still bringing up Drew's name. Keep on wanting to say Drew don't have nothing going for herself. And, what it was, her and Portia was still talking about, like, ganging up against her. She said she needs to worry about her not having no awards and the man in the basement. She keep on wanting to keep bothered with Drew. Like, leave Drew alone. Drew don't want nothing with you. You keep on saying she do, but it don't seem like she does. But anywho, so then you have Shamir that goes over to her family and she brings up the girls saying that she's the reason for the chaos in the group. She talked about Gerald still wanting more kids and how she don't know how she's gonna manage because Charlotte have so many health issues. But they are going to try and still have more children because he wanted a big family. Then you have Phaedra and Kelly. Kelly came over to Phaedra's house with some flowers and she apologized for her, for how she handled things at her house. She didn't mean to cause a ruckus in her home, but clearly you did because nobody was talking to you and you inserted yourself. So then she shared with Phaedra how she's not trying to have a friendship with Portia and that she's been upset because she can't film with her children. And then she also mentioned her new boo. So then we had Pinky and Angela with Cynthia. They all went to Pinky's daughter modeling thing. And Cynthia gave her daughter a few tips. They all sat around and talked about filling Cynthia in on what happened at Phaedra's house. Next up we had we had Kelly and Shamir. Kelly and Shamir was at the dentist with Kelly because her new boo paid $70,000 to get her teeth fixed, get her a new mouth. And for some reason, they felt the need to want to say she owes him 70,000 B jobs. But if you watch it, you already know what that means, B jobs. She was like, well, I'm only at 15, so I have a long way to go. Really? If he loved you enough to want to fix your mouth, he don't want to kiss on you with a yuck mouth, that's fine. He did something about it, and that's fine. Like, but you don't have to owe him B jobs for that. So then anyway, Drew had a meeting with her team. Her team was getting into it. They was fussing, they was arguing, the guys. And she was just saying she have a new manager and they're trying to figure things out. We had Pinky and Kay with Cynthia and Portia. They was trying to get to the bottom of what caused them a rift in their relationship / friendship. And so they made amends. They hugged it out. They dapped it off. And well, they didn't really hug, but they kind of dapped it off. And then they came together at the end and kind of hugged. And then K. Michelle said something about a friendship contract. So Cynthia was really, really excited to hear the friendship contract situation because that's the same thing she had with Nene years ago with the friendship contract. Then we had she still wanted to talk K. Michelle still wanted to talk about the takedown of her, but she's like, at the end of the day, the only person that was truly behind it was who? Drew. Okay, girl. Keep letting Drew live in your head. Then we had Angela and Shamir. That ended with Angela and Shamir. And it seemed like Shamir came in hot. She was like not really trying to have a conversation with Angela. She walked in and Angela kind of said what she had to say. And she was like, I just don't understand how you keep talking about me this, and talking like that. She's like, I don't want to talk about Portia. Let's talk about something else because this. And I'm like, you just seem like you're upset with this girl and you just want to be upset. I don't understand why you mad. So then she went to talking about her husband. She don't have no jobs. Her house is not selling and all that stuff. And then they went to going in deeper because she was saying that her husband ain't never home, and she said Gerald ain't never home, and she's sleeping and she's sleeping around with the Hawks players and the Atlanta Falcons. So yeah, so that's the way that episode ended. Clearly, they didn't make amends. They're not trying to be friends, and that's just where they left it. So yeah, that's just what it is. Like, I have nothing else to say about it. This episode was okay. It was drama filled, but it was just okay. So that is episode 9, and until next time, bye.